Good evening. Today is July 27th in 2020, the best year of our lives. Yay. Well, in disguise it is, to be honest. I am doing this video on purpose for myself, but also I want to do this video so I can help others while I'm helping myself, because I am just a person who likes to help people. I've always been that way, and it's just a part of me. And today was a rough day for me. As you might know, or if you don't, I am a recovering alcoholic. I have been in recovery for 1 year. Well, I've been sober for 1 year, 1 month, and 2 weeks now. And it's taken me a long, hard since 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 6 years to really realize how much I needed better coping skills. I've broken the law. You heard the rumors, all the rumors. Some of it's true, some of it's not, but the real people, that my real friends and family, know the truth. And I really don't care what anybody has to say, whatever. But what's important is today, right now. And today, right now, I am sober. I have learned a lot. And I have a story, as we all do. My story is not so much sunshine and rainbows, but I am stronger because of the storms and the fire and the flood and the deaths that I faced. That's why there's so many reasons why I drank, and I'm not going to get into the reasons right now, but one of the reasons I can say today is something similar to what kind of triggered me today. Today was definitely a big trigger day. As you know, I went to the doctor. I've been having some knee trouble, both knees, sadly. And I had an MRI done on my right knee, and I was denied MRI on my left knee, but I am pending that right now. So I am going to get my left MRI, see what's going on with that knee. But in the meantime, my right knee, today the doctor told me that I would have to need surgery. And I've never been through any type of major surgeries. This will be my first time I'm cut. I'm going to get cut. Ugh. But at first it shocked me, and the first thing I thought about, I think, in one thing in life that I've been through many traumatic experiences. One of them was when I lost my health, when I had acute bilateral pneumonia, and I had the H1N1 virus. My left lung collapsed, and I was in ICU at San Juan Regional for maximum of, I think, a week or two. I don't remember. And then I was flown out to the Swedish Medical Center in Denver, and then from there I fought for my life, and by a miracle I'm here today, breathing on my own, without no oxygen tanks or tubes. I can walk, I can breathe, I can move, and I'm so happy that I can do those things. And so when I heard the news today that I would have to have surgery on my knee, kind of took my mind back to when I was recovering from what had happened to me, when I lost my health, when I wasn't able to walk, when I wasn't able to breathe, when I wasn't able to be capable of being a normal functioning, physically person. So I guess my mind automatically shot back to that time in my life, and I just was overwhelmed with sadness. And so that reminds me, that lets me know that it's something that I don't want to go through again, and how much I value my health. And all those times that I was drinking, I was not taking care of myself. I was careless. I was basically trying to kill myself without even knowing it. And I cried. I was sad. And when I was about to get off work, I was doing my my checklist to leave work, and my mind went back to when I used to use. I was triggered. I heard myself say, let's just go to the store after work and get a shot. A shot will make you feel better. It'll calm me down. Let's go get a shot. Nobody has to know. And I thought about it. I heard myself in my mind talking about it. And I said it to myself. I said, what am I thinking? I heard myself planning. In recovery, this is what they call, gosh, can't even think of it right now. Prenuptial agreement. I'm just kidding, that's not it. It's called premeditating what you're gonna do, like kind of not criminal thinking per se. Well, could, depending on the situation, could be criminal thinking, but I was premeditating my relapse. So I caught myself. I captured that thought, and I said, okay, so I grounded myself. I do a lot of grounding these days, because grounding, I bring myself back into the moment. I learned this when I was in Access, and I am so thankful I went to that rehab program. I learned a lot, and anyways, I grounded myself. I brought myself back to that moment, and I said, self, Shar, so if you have a choice here. We know the choices you made in the past. You know, in our group meetings, there was a person that relapsed, and she said herself, she got high and it didn't do anything for her in her situation. Maybe helped her not feel it for a couple hours, and then after that, the problem was still there. So it's easy, right? For the normal person, it's easy, probably. You who doesn't have a problem, you the perfect one, it's probably nothing to you. But for me and other people like me, this is a big deal, because that's just the way we knew or know how to cope with things, sometimes traumatic things, and that's how I used to. When something like this would happen, I would go get a shooter or go buy a bottle of wine. I love Moscato. And it would help me unwind and feel relaxed and take away my problems just for a few hours. But was it really helping me? No. It was not helping me, because it was just poisoning me, because I do not mix with alcohol. It's just not for me. And so I said, if I go to the store and I get this shooter, it's gonna set me off back into my relapse, and it's not worth it. So what do I know? What have I learned? I learned that alcohol does not solve anything at all. It's not going to take away the fact that I still have to have surgery on my knee if I want to get better, if I love myself, because I really love myself these days. I love myself. I'm the most important person in my own life to me. Because if I don't take care of myself, then I can't take care of those ones that I love, which are my children, my brother, my parents, my family, and my friends. So what do I have that I can help myself? How am I doing this? How am I handling my recovery? What I did was I did my self-talk, positive self-talk, and I reached out. I reached out for help, and I really just wanted a hug, and I really just wanted. So I asked one of my coworkers. He's a really sweet coworker. I told him, and he just hugged me, and I just fell to pieces, and I just needed that hug. And I cried, and I allowed myself to feel sad, because that's what another coping skill. I allowed myself to feel what I was feeling. I didn't deny it, and I let it out. And every time I would cry, I would let it out. And as a strong person, I tried not to cry because I wanted to be strong, but sometimes you just gotta cry and just let it out and let your soul cleanse. And so I did that, and I feel better. I've done my crying. Still kind of tear up every now and then, but I mean, that could be a mixture of different things. I finally ate. I learned how to halt, which H is for hunger, A is for angry, L is for lonely, T is for tired. I checked in with my halt. Was I hungry? Yes. Was I angry? Not really. Was I lonely? Or maybe I needed a hug. And then tired? Yes. So maybe my tears came from one of the two, tired and hungry. So checked in physically, whatever. So that's done. And now I'm acknowledging myself, and I'm acknowledging myself. I know one thing from this day and the news that I got. It's life. It just, sometimes it'll hit you, and in recovery you have to learn the healthy coping skills. And I learned that in my group, my IOP group. That's why it's important to do meetings every day, because life is not going to stop just because you're trying to get better in life. It's going to keep coming at you, and it came at me today. So I accepted the fact that I'm going to have my knee cut open and worked on so it can be fixed, and then I'll have to heal again some more, and I'll be stronger. My knee will be better. And I inspired myself. That's another self-coping skill. I inspired myself by reminding me that my mama, she's been through maybe 3 bypass heart surgeries and a leg surgery. And she did it in, she wasn't young and sprite. She still overcame those things. So if mama can do it, I can do it. And she did it all sober. And she trusted God. And I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. And I'm going to use my coping skills. And I'm going to reach out for help. And I'm going to do it the right way. And I'm not going to be ashamed of it, because there's so many years I posted drunk videos, stupid videos. Yeah, they're funny. And I'm funny when I'm drunk, and I'm stupid. Who isn't? But it's time for change. And when you're going through change and you want change, you have to do what's called how. It's just being honest with yourself. O is for being open-minded, and W is for willingness. See, I sound like a something, whatever you call those people, but I'm happy. My kids are happy. I even told them about it. I told them I was triggered, and I'm telling you, that urge was so strong. Like, I just, like, the way my brain was with the whole news, and kind of going back to what I went through in the past, the traumatic experience with, when I was in ICU and on life support, to hearing what I heard today. It triggered me so strong that I just wanted to run from that feeling of helplessness, to run to alcohol so I don't have to feel it. But I have to feel it. we have to feel the things that we're scared to face sometimes. And it can be anything for all of us. But as long as we reach out and we're honest with ourselves that we feel these things and acknowledge ourselves and not be in denial, not hide from something, not hide behind alcohol, drugs, any addictions. It could be relationships, it could be games, it could whatever, it could be chocolate, it could be something, whatever we use to block off what we don't want to deal with. We have to deal with it, and I dealt with it today. I grounded myself. I said, okay, I'm gonna get this surgery, but is it the end of the world? No, Shar. Do we really need to drink? No. My family's happy, my friends are happy for me, I'm happy for me. And I'm gonna cry when I cry. I'm gonna be sad when I'm sad. Then I'm gonna let it go. And I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna motivate myself and be that strong Shar that I am. And I think one of my best coping skills in my own personal toolbox is humor. And I was talking to Taiba while we were eating, and I started using humor. And I was telling her about this movie called The Mask, where what's his name? Jim Carrey, where he goes, he grabs onto the cop. He's all like, what are they gonna do to me, Sarge? What are they gonna do? I was like, I should have grabbed onto the doctor's coat and said, Doc, what are they gonna do? Don't take my wings from me, Doc. Oh man, it was funny. It was, yeah. And so I know it's gonna be okay, and I'm glad I'm okay that it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be another tough recovery from my knee thing. I don't know how long it's gonna be before, because there's gonna have to be another MRI on my left knee before they can start surgery on. Either way, I'm getting both knees worked on, probably. I'm just gonna have to learn more coping, and just keep me in prayer. I know I've got a lot of haters. A lot of people like to see you fall and burn and not do good, but I have a few people that really care about me, that are supportive, and I'm okay if not everyone likes me, which, you know, I always have good vibes towards everyone. I don't have anything against anybody, but all that matters to me is life and my kids, my family, and that everybody I know is doing good. I wish so much goodness on everybody, and life is gonna go on, and one day I'm gonna look back at this video and I'm gonna say, wow, I did it. And I'm looking at the time right now and I'm talking my jibber jabbering for 18 minutes. Holy crap, I better shut up. But it's okay. There's nothing wrong with talking, even if it's on your own phone. I do it all the time for myself, but today I'm doing it for you, just so you can see how I'm doing my recovery. And I hope I hope I'm helping somebody by helping myself. And yeah, that's my day, and I'm gonna be okay. I'm always okay, because God loves me, and God is my strength. Just like it says in it's my favorite verse and I can't think of it. Oh, and these books behind me, these are all my books from rehab. I have 4 books because I've been to the treatment center 4 times, and it's finally being put to use. I'm glad I didn't trash them, because I was gonna trash them, but I go to them now and I use them. I just flip through it and use what I can to keep going on a sober life. So with that said, I also use essential oils like this peppermint oil, Renew, and I also use my coping skills toolbook book we made. Here's all the stuff. This is all my self-soothing stuff I drew. This is all my distraction stuff I like to do. I drew opposite action, and then the emotional awareness, being aware of your emotions, and then mindfulness, some yoga, meditation, and then the last resort is reaching out. So just a quick, I go to my recovery table. I made my own little recovery table, which this is it. And one day this is where I resort to when I feel like I just need to go somewhere to get myself back together. And that's my own little recovery story for the day. So, okay, good night. Love you guys.